Hello everyone, let's have a look at what I bought in the AliExpress sale. I'll use this rather handy vintage pocket knife I've had for over 40 years to open the packet. So far we can see it's the standard bubble wrap that does a good job to protect the watch. I'm expecting it to be the usual standard plastic hard case that's so handy to store things in. Quite a tight fit. Let's take it out and get through this plastic wrapping. And there it is, the STEELDIVE storage case. Let's open the tabs on the side and take a look inside. They certainly don't skimp on the bubble wrap and plastic bags, which actually are really handy after you've opened the thing. Looks like it's got a link removal tool as well as the paperwork. So let's take the actual watch out of the packaging. Let's try and open this. It's a pretty tough, very tight fit. Finally got it open. And take a look at the new STEELDIVE SD 1940. Looking good. Just look at that lovely blue dial. Let's take the rest of it off. It actually looks like we've got the dreaded shrink wrap plastic that's completely covering the watch case and the bracelet. So I'll probably have to cut and spend about 5 minutes snipping it off. And there we have it. I've set the time and date and cleaned off all the plastic wrap. And it's looking pretty good. You can see in this shot that there's a slight overhang from the case to the end links on the bracelet. The bracelet itself is solid links, and the clasp looks like a mixture of pressed and then milled. So it's it's a little bit of a step up from my previous STEELDIVE. So yeah, it seems reasonable quality on the bracelet. It's a little bit of play, but it's got a nice feel to it. And the polishing and brushing on the case itself is nicely done. It looks like it's in a circular pattern on the front. It's got a nice quality feel to it, especially for the price. Here's a close-up shot of the top corner. You can see the overhang of you can see the end links of the bracelet are set in a bit to the case, so you get a slight edge. And there's a case back. Let's have a look at and compare some of my previous watches. This is my STEELDIVE SD 1970 Captain Willard. I thought it'd be interesting just to compare it for size because it's quite a big watch, quite heavy too. The SD 1940 is noticeably lighter and more comfortable on the wrist. It's also much less top heavy. Let's compare the bracelets. You can see the Captain Willard is a more budget clasp on the bracelet, and the SD 1940 is just a little bit more nicely made. They cost about the same, so it's a reasonable comparison. Next, have a look at my Seiko Sumo homage by San Martin. Really, I'm only comparing them because they've both got blue dials, but they're both bought on AliExpress. The San Martin costs 3 times as much as the STEELDIVE, but the bracelet isn't too bad considering. I mean, it only falls down a little bit on the clasp itself, which is obviously just pressed metal, so it looks a little bit cheaper, but other than that it seems pretty nice. You can see that the San Martin's in a different league with its quality clasps on there, but then it is more expensive. And back to the look at the actual dials. So it's looking pretty good so far. Let's try it on. I ended up taking out 3 links to get a decent fit for my 7.2 inch wrist, and the clasps go together, click together quite nicely, so that's pretty good. And it does feel very comfortable on the wrist. It's nicely weighted, it doesn't feel top heavy at all. And you can see the case fits the shape of your wrist quite nicely. Yes, I have to say I'm pleased with it. Looking good. Let's have a look at some outside shots I did earlier. The sunlight really catches the brushing on the stainless steel nicely. And again, you've got that lovely sunburst blue dial as well. Let's do a quick spec check. STEELDIVE SD 1940. Case material 316L stainless steel. Case size without crown 39mm. Case thickness 12mm. Lug size 20mm. Lug to lug length 49mm. Sapphire crystal with NH35 movement. And waterproof to 200 meters. That lovely blue dial has C3 lume and anti-reflective coating. And here's some more close-up shots. And finally a lume shot. Thanks for watching to the end. Please do like and subscribe as it really helps the channel. See you next time. Bye.